Okay, before I begin this commentary, and just in case the text apology on the screen wasn't enough, Brandon Keith Hinkle, I'm very sorry for calling you a former friend. I realized how much of an asshole I was being during that game, and the heat of the situation got me. It was just a real prick-ass move on my part. And if this gets uploaded to YouTube, I'm glad I did not do partnership or any form of ad campaign or whatever, because I knew how bad YouTube was going to get. I knew that YouTube would be destroying their own gaming service, and this is right on the heels of Google introducing Stadia, which is a sort of subscription service like PlayStation Now, Xbox Live Gold, or heck, even Apple's iCloud is somewhat of a subscription service for putting your storage and pictures and media on there. I mean, for goodness sake. It's just, wow. Anyways, on to the video. Enjoy! Hello folks, this is the Gamer Nerd, and welcome to a commentary video of Crash Team Racing Episode 1. Let's be honest, you all were waiting for this. Now this commentary is going to be a little bit different, as it's going to include both audio clips of my commentary and video clips of it. So, let's start with the video parts of it, shall we? Okay, this little segment here shows some Crash gameplay on the right side of your screen, where I am describing my lack of patience with video games, and admittedly, I have been hiding that fact from Brandon.
I kind of lack patience.
Pretty much for quite a while.
And as subtly as I could. But still,
I kind of lack patience when it comes to video games, but everywhere else, yes, everywhere else,
to be honest,
I have plenty of patience.
They might be coming back.
And past means right there.
So if you
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy might be coming back, provided my patience holds out long enough.
It says that this was the final episode.
And yes, I did show the
trust me,
the part in the Crash Bandicoot Episode 7 Let's Play where it said that Episode 7 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot was going to be the final episode.
Don't worry. I'll eventually be coming back. But for now, let's focus on Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel.
And I am going to be coming back to it eventually.
Hold on.
I like that little jab I made at EA, because of how they released their games on obvious beta for some odd reason. And wow, that is so cool. The way all the cards come out of the crate and all that. That is so cool.
Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel.
Ah yes, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel.
Pretty awesome.
Oh, and there's a mini rant of the licensing agreement that I'm pretty sure you all will enjoy hearing about.
Oh great, this again.
And hearing me describe. There's 42 pages of Activision software license and service agreement to read, as well as 28 pages of privacy policy agreement. Those 70 pages of legalese really pissed me off right there, and I remember at least the Spyro ones and the Crash ones having a little shortcut to quickly advance to the agreements and go straight to the or allowing you to go straight to accepting the agreements. Here, you don't get such a luxury. Here, you have to read through every single page of the freaking agreement, and that just really grinds my gears. If you don't, if you get my drift right there, that just really grinds my gears.
How long do you expect us to wait?
And I really mean that. I mean, how long do you expect us to read through each privacy policy agreement? Like, reading a normal reading speed, it takes us about like an hour and 45 minutes to read the agreement. Unless you skip through it, then it takes about a few seconds, but still. Any time wasted reading, any time spent reading a licensing agreement is time
and high score
wasted that could be better spent playing a game.
Yeah, that's where you get your add-on items.
Anyway, the pit stop has all your items and such that you can earn with Wumpa, that you can earn by paying in Wumpa coins. And the shop resets every day, so by the time you get enough coins for the item you want, you're pretty much out of luck because the shop will have already reset by that time.
The shop might have already reset by that time, so
anyway,
you're pretty much
with
out of luck. Sorry.
Let's get on with the point. Let's go into adventure mode and let's describe that. Oh boy, I bet you're gonna love to hear me watch this. I bet you're gonna love to see me watch this.
One on classic mode, the other on
there's actually 4 files, and yes, I will be using 2 separate files, one for classic and one for nitro fueled.
Experience just like it was back in the day.
Anyway,
from beginning to end, no customization or difficulty settings, but you still get all the rewards.
And I think the original Crash Team Racing didn't have difficulty settings back then. I think it was only when Nitro Fueled came out that they started adding them in for gamers who are too slow to react or whatever.
And you have 4 characters to select.
At least the character customization options are the same. You start off with 8 characters instead of 4, which was my mistake. And I can admit to
Polar, Kura, Dr. Neocortex, Tiny Tiger, Dr. Engine, and Dingadile.
Now in Crash Bash, you only see 2 characters on the good side of the team before Uga has to
and why the countdown is there,
split 2 members of his team. Just a little fun fact for you. Anyway, on to the intro cutscene.
Right.
Ah, yes.
Nice racing course.
Pretty cool intro cutscene if I ever saw one. A bunch of people are racing just for fun, and then whoever this little alien thing comes up in the green spaceship. I think that's Nitrous Oxide from Crash Nitro Kart. Although I don't think I've never played Crash Nitro Kart, and the only bit of Crash Team Racing I ever played was a demo version in Spyro 2. And anyway, still Crash Team Racing is kind of fun.
Yeesh.
I probably should have turned subtitles on it right before I started playing but I did not know that there was that you had to press triangle to get into options. I thought options was as a menu option. I mean, come on.
Upside down, buddy.
That is that penguin character. I think it's called Pinta Penguin, although I'm not sure.
This guy was trying to fuel his car and it didn't go so well, huh?
You gotta love that Frankenstein reference there, buddy. I made a good Igor, don't I? Or a good Dr. Jekyll or something. Ew. Yeah, ew.
Anyway.
Really, Crash? You killed a butterfly by eating it.
Welcome to the adventure area. You can travel around this area and practice your
And for those of you who said that the butterfly did not die, that might be its family.
To access a racetrack, drive into a warp pad that has
They might all be the same butterfly, who knows? And they might get mad.
Finish the track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other
Anyhow.
tracks will unlock. Good luck and drive fast.
Of course.
Back to the audio.
Wait a minute.
Alright. As far as controls go, you know which controls I was using at the time? The standard controls. R2 is to look back.
The camera angle. The L1 and R1 buttons at the top.
And that would be useful to power slide.
Or the left analog sticker to steer. X is to accelerate. Circle is the horn and use items. And triangle is to change like the speed meter.
Like the speedometer?
I'm not sure what square is for though.
The square is to brake actually. I learned that tip from Brandon.
To open this door, you must come in first place in all 4 races of this area.
Okay, so all 4 races, so...
First place in all 4 races of the area.
Somehow I thought it shouldn't be too hard, but...
To access this track, you must first collect the number of trophies required to turn on the warp pad. To get trophies, you must race other open tracks and come in first place.
Okay, so if you choose a member from the evil team like Dr. Neo Cortex, instead of Aku Aku, you're gonna see Uka Uka. Trust me. I freaking hate that guy.
For Skull Rock, you gotta collect the damn relic.
Wait a minute. Did I say relic? I meant to say key there. Thank you, Brandon, for letting me know that that was a key. Now the blue one at the top left corner of the screen, that was a relic. The one that looks like the female symbol.
Alright, here we go.
And this is where we get to our first race.
So,
you couldn't... I wish you could record your video... I wish the camera would record video of you in-game. Of you playing the game. So that you can get your reactions recorded onto the video. So with that, we're going to watch my first race, people. It's going to be awesome. Alright! And here we have our first race. Let's see how well I do. And keep in mind, this video will be running throughout the many times I play Crash Cove and some other races. So keep that in mind. Right now we're at the back of the pack. Now here's a cool little tip also from Brandon. If you collect at least 10 apples, your power-ups will be powered up.
Alright.
I don't know why I have to collect 10 apples to do that, but that's just me. It would have been better if it were like Diddy Kong Racing, where if you collected more
if you collected a second crate, it would have powered up. That's how I would have done it. I would have done it similar in style to Diddy Kong Racing, where if you collected a second crate, you would get an enhanced power up. Still, that's what I would do. But it's the game developers' ideas, and they're the ones who are almighty royal lords of gaming. So, still, I gotta give them credit for where credit is due, because the games they make are well worth it. Especially this game. Okay, so I lost there. Sorry. I don't need to tell you that when it comes to winning a trophy in races, you know I hate losing with a passion. Here we go. And I know Brandon told me that the next time I play, go to Nitro's Oxide difficulty and pick easy mode and save over the classic file. I'm going to I actually like that little Starman jingle I hummed in the Aku Aku mask thing. Now if you play on the evil side, as Brandon stated, you'll get Uka Uka instead as your invincibility. And trust me, I'm never gonna play on the evil side, you know. And I will admit, when I'm this focused on racing, you know I'm bound to miss some unmarked crates and whatnot. And yes, in Crash Team Racing and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, the shield can be used as a weapon. Whereas in Crash Nitro Kart, the shield cannot be used as a weapon. At least from what I've heard. I wouldn't know, because I never played Crash Nitro Kart. Now, if I had a copy of it to play on, like, the PlayStation 2 or something like that I could play on my PS3, then it would be awesome to play Crash Nitro Kart on the PS3. Now the PS3 has limited backwards compatibility. If you put in a PS2 disc, the PS3 console won't recognize it, but if it's more than 20 gigabytes, but if you put in and it has less than 20 gigabytes, if it has 20 gigabytes, to get mad, but I'm struggling with it.
Anyhow, that's got to be one of the most amazing races I've ever seen. Even if, that's right, even if I struggle with getting mad, with not getting mad. So, I've got the pole position right there. Grab an item box and wait for the random power-up roulette to stop spinning. And if you know me, I tend to use my items as soon as I collect them, instead of saving them for critical moments, which is kind of dumb in and of itself, but still, it's got me interested as far as you can see. Oh, and I hit that racer with a shield. That is so awesome. I hope I'm doing well, because it wouldn't be so amazing if I didn't do so well. Oh, and we're at the final lap. This is going to be good. This is going to be good, folks. And ironically enough, though I hit those crates in an earlier playthrough of this track, I kind of miss them in the later playthroughs. So.
Ah, damn it!
And when I'm playing video games, I will admit I get a little too into it, and I start swearing everywhere. So I do apologize for that. And I don't even imitate Crash's voice like Brandon Hinkle does, but still, yeah, you got something weird going on, buddy. And I mean no offense when I say this, but you've got something weird going on. Alright. I'm not sure if that was a video rendering error or I accidentally pressed the wrong button or something. I think I may have accidentally pressed the wrong button, so that's kind of me being a dumbass here. Alright. Lap 2, 3, so what's next? Oh. Yeah. Had I been in the bus of... Oh. Freaking hell. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. And I'm ashamed. And I'm ashamed I didn't know this earlier, but I actually, you know what would have been cooler if on the Nintendo Switch version of this game they added the Starman soundtrack in cooperation with Nintendo. Hell, why not add Mario as well, for good measure? Alright, here we go. Let's see what's next. Am I going to win well? Or am I going to get my ass handed to me? Thank God I avoided that, so... Yeah. Oh yeah, baby! Yes! I won! Finally, a win for the books!
Who knows how long racing this same track. I finally got...
Yes, buddy. Yes!
A good time on this course.
Now we can get back to the audio.
Sheba crash.
Stay tuned.
Now let's continue.
Alright. Some of the loading screen tips are really helpful, like, for example, denying a missile is, for example, using a beaker or a TNT crate just as the missile is in front of you will help you deny that missile. Let's wait for the loading to finish and we will continue on from there. Ah yes, the gold trophy. Yes, a very good gold trophy.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Ah yes.
Oh, that's good.
You can go faster through turns by power sliding. Press the power slide button while performing a hard turn.
I'm guessing it's either L1 or R1.
Ooh, a new sticker.
That's pretty nice.
Thank you.
And anyhow.
And again.
Oh great. You need a boss key to get back to Crash Cove now? That's rather annoying.
Crash Cove requires a relic?
No, a key, asshole. Or should I say, dumbass?
Alright.
I'm not referring to you, Brandon Hinkle. I'm referring to me. I'm the dumbass here.
Next up is Rouge Tubes.
Alright, next up is Rouge Tubes.
This should be an easy one.
The epitome of my failures. And you are going to watch them, so stay tuned. Alright everyone, get ready to witness the failure that is my attempts at Rouge Tubes. It took me multiple tries to get through this level, but I never got through it, for some odd reason. And now you're going to be watching it with me.
Okay.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1. Begin.
Alright.
Here we go.
I like that you can feel this underwater area.
And yes, that is a really cool underwater level.
And I get pole position.
Anyhow, this is a pretty zany kart racer, to be honest. And I'll be honest, it is well worth the playthrough. And I do mean that. Well worth the playthrough. And I'll be honest with you, I could never get that power slide down in this version of the game. In the original version, I think I could get through with it, no problem.
Made it.
However, in this version, seriously? Are you guys kidding me with the power slide?
Don't know why I needed it.
Alright, got into second place.
That, but yeah.
Alright. So.
Managing to hop a crate off my damn head, but.
Alright, and this is at Rouge Tubes. Rouge Tubes is really the point I master getting the crate off my head. So.
Oh, seriously?
By repeatedly hopping. And I also know from reading the load tip on the loading screen to deny a missile, you have to use a beaker or a TNT crate just as a missile flies into you. But I don't think I could ever get the timing down with that thing. It's just... It's like pixel perfect necessary. Oh shit. I really lost. Now we're gonna try again.
How many times?
And yes, you all are gonna suffer through my repeated attempts at playing this game. Yes, suffer for all eternity. Anyhow. And to be honest, I'm a nice guy, but I can be mean when the situation calls for it. Like in video games, for instance. I have no qualms about murdering a person in a video game. I do have qualms about murdering them in real life.
Alright.
Alright. Anyhow. Yeah, you all are gonna suffer watching through this attempt at a failure at Rouge Tubes, because let's be honest here, I could never get power sliding down ever. Again, I pushed the wrong damn button, thinking the look behind button was the accelerate button.
Again. Yeah, you got that right. You can't hide from me, buddy.
Oh yes, and I got a trophy for that. For that. I think it's hit 3 people with the projectile weapon or something. I don't know. Alright. Okay.
Ha ha!
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay.
God damn it, y'all!
Okay, let's try that again! Now, even in my own commentary, I'm starting to get annoyed as hell. Alright. It's weird though.
Damn it.
It's weird though. Sometimes roulette wheel stops quickly. Other times it takes an incredibly long time for the roulette wheel to stop. Which is utter
Now how does it feel
annoyance of the highest caliber. However, you also have to contend with, regardless of which mode you select, the limited amount of unmarked crates. And I do mean that. There is an extremely limited amount of unmarked crates, and I don't know how I glitched through that little tube thing there, but I did pretty well with that. And I also don't know why the computer players are better than I am at video games, but
okay,
still, good on them. Good on them.
Whew. Got it out of my sight.
Alright. Looking for pole position here. And I do mean that, looking for pole position here. Alright. Oh boy.
Fuck you.
I dropped a lot of F-bombs at whoever screwed me over like
I
that.
apologize. My rage is starting to build at this moment.
And yes, my rage was beginning to
And you know
surface.
who deserves the biggest fuck you? You guessed it. It would have to be my friend Brandon. So, he could probably be called my former friend at this point because seriously.
Oh, really? Really past me? You had to go there with Brandon Hinkle? Seriously past me? You're lucky I apologized for your mistake. And I did so at the beginning of this commentary because I did not want to have to mention it every single time I said something off color about Brandon Hinkle. I did not want to mention it every time I said something off color about Brandon Hinkle. And you know how I hate mentioning things over and over and over again?
Okay.
If you don't get it the first time, you won't get it again. That's what I say. I'm only gonna say this once, so listen and listen good. When I give advice to people, I expect them to get it the first time or the first 2 times if they need it once again. But I'm only gonna repeat it. But when it comes to repeating advice, I will only repeat it once and only once. Okay, another retry? Man, that's a lot of retries you're racking up there, buddy. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Let's see. Let's see how you do again. Okay, you already got pole position, which is pretty good. Oh, yeah, love to see the smell of... I love the smell of flaming wheels in the morning.
after this run, I probably need to go back to the hub world thing.
Alright. And I really did need to go back to the hub world and think, because my stress level was reaching the boiling point. And I do mean that.
Final pole position.
There's only so much that my recording of failures of races that my PS4 can take, so with that in mind, I would either hopefully get pole position, that's a big if I do get pole position, or barring that, I would go back to the hub world for a quick break and a smoke. Though,
yeah.
Please don't think that I'm a smoker. I am absolutely not a smoker. I only made a single reference to smoking in this commentary, so that's about all that I'm going to take of smoking. Just, I cannot smoke even if I wanted to. And you want to know why I can't smoke? I have reactive airway syndrome, which means that if I'm near cigarette smoke, I start coughing. Badly.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Seriously?
The creators of such hard races really need a stick shoved up their ass. Anyhow, back to the audio.
I really need to have...
And this is the moment where I take a break to think.
Right back, folks.
And cue a perfectly placed please stand by screen, because that's kind of necessary.
I don't think Aku's explained much of the other things yet.
Well, Aku or Uga Uga if you play with the characters from the evil side.
These screens, one in each world section. When you want to load or save a game, go to one of these screens. To access it, drive up to the screen and follow the directions.
That sounds pretty cool.
Okay.
By the way, I'm definitely saving.
I keep in mind I will be continuing with classic mode. Just if you see another file if you see a separate file, just note that I will also be using Crash for the nitrous oxide file, because I like Crash.
You must have 2 boss keys to open this door. You can race a boss after beating all 4 tracks in an area.
So,
beat the boss in a boss race, and the key is your prize.
So,
interesting.
So, in order to get the boss key, you must have raced all 4 tracks and beat the boss. So, the first boss you beat is Ripperoo. And spoiler alert for the next episode, I have trouble with Fru's tubes. It is just a pain in the ass level to beat. So,
what about this door?
Aku actually says the same thing he said earlier, except with only 1 boss key.
Beat the boss in a boss race, and the key is your prize.
Quite interesting, but still, Sioux Speedway.
And I guess you need 3 trophies.
3 trophies for the Sioux Speedway run. And yes, this is the point where I save here. And I'm not sure if it's the 2nd episode or the 3rd episode that has the update. I'm not sure.
Nitro racing, whatever. If you like what you saw, like,
anyhow,
comment, subscribe. Wait, I didn't know the down arrow key on your or the down on your control stick was reverse.
Oh,
pretty awesome. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. If you like
I
what you
seem to have
saw,
figured out that the down arrow key was to
like what you saw,
reverse.
This is the Gamer Nerd, and I will see you next time. Peace out, everybody.
Anyhow, here's where you hear my final thoughts on the episode.
Thank you folks for being very patient
And
joining in on this little crusade.
And the final thoughts thing took place at night, so anyhow,
it's pretty awesome.
Crash Team Racing,
But
a really, really awesome game, and I'll give it credit for that.
it's having to restart multiple times just to get one trophy.
Having to restart multiple times just to get one trophy,
That could hurt
that applies even in nitrous oxide mode.
Yeah.
Sometimes the computers are dicks, even on easy mode. Sometimes, to quote TV tropes, the computer is a cheating bastard.
Stay tuned for the next episode. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe.
Anyhow, stay tuned for my final thoughts on this commentary, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, final thoughts on this commentary. I think it was a pretty interesting, insightful look into how the first episode of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled was Let's Played through, because, interestingly enough, despite my lack of patience when it comes to video games, I make a real mean commentary. And I don't mean like vicious mean or heart-wrenching mean or cruel type mean. No. I mean to say that I make a really good commentary. That's what making a mean whatever dish people describe means. Anyway, if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to ring that notification bell if you want to receive more videos from me. This is the Gamer Nerd, and I will see you next video. Peace out, everybody, and good luck with the rest of your day.